Happy Halloween and welcome to a spooky screening of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here's hoping all your trick-or-treaters come at halftime. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Giddey is the 1 with White by his side at the 2. Buzelis out there with Zach Collins. And it's Herder in at the 3. And for Houston, Najee Marshall is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Olajuwon in at the center position. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
Now here's White. Collins a screen. It's White with a drive. There's Herder with the 3. Alexander-Walker grabs the board. Here's Murray. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, nice upper body strength by Murray. He got touched up a little bit, but he wasn't affected.
Giddey against Murray. Giddey scanning the floor. Inside. Here's Buzelis. Second chance effort. Collins, no good.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
To the paint. Here's Olajuwon. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. The Bulls have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Outside White. Pass to Giddey. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Marshall outside. Houston working the ball around. Olajuwon passes to Alexander-Walker. Now here's Murray. Here's Olajuwon. Here's Marshall. Gets the 3 to fall.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
Here's Buzelis. Back to Herder. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now here's Murray. 15 in his last outing. Pass to Olajuwon. On the wing, Alexander-Walker. No good with the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And stolen by Murray. Here's the break. Here's Olynyk. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, you can really count on Murray to share the ball.
Well, the Bulls traded away DeRozan, Levine, Caruso. But Grant, despite all that, they finished with an identical record last season.
They did. I mean, they finished the season strong, 17-10 after the All-Star break. Their young backcourt of Giddey and White showing some real promise.
Now here's Murray. Marshall outside. Pass to Olajuwon. Stolen by Collins. To the inside. Buzelis. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Marshall outside. Here's Olajuwon. Collins defending. Baseline try. Chicago grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
They were out-hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
And Collins with the slam.
Is showing off his passing skills. White sends the ball right into the hands of a ready three-point shooter.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Marshall. Herder defending. They kick it out to Murray. He buries it from 3. Murray's got 5.
There you see Murray playing off the ball. That's a nice addition to his game.
Here's Buzelis. Herder from long range. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Houston leading by 3. Alexander-Walker with it. No made baskets yet. Pass to Olajuwon. Shot clock at 6. Over Herder. Collins with the rebound.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Three-pointer, no good.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Olajuwon, and the shot goes in.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 5-point game. Kicks it out to Collins. The 15-footer hits the front of the rim and out. Houston has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Alexander Walker, the pass to Marshall. Here's Olajuwon. Collins defending. Banked it in off the glass. Olajuwon's gotten his second bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Such a wide open look.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Houston leading by 4. And here's Murray. He's got 5. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Murray. Olynyk up top. 5 on the clock. Murray passes to Olynyk. Shoots over Collins. The shot by Olynyk, no good. The Bulls trail by 4. Down low. Collins, no good.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Here's Marshall. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Murray against Giddey. White looking it over. Over Murray. White can't hit. For Houston, they've gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Timeout called. Houston, well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
The crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Houston will go for a different look here. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Olynyk. Sumu comes in for Marshall. Shepard, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Murray. Here's Olajuwon. Coming off a solid outing against Chicago. Van Vliet outside. Let's go with a 3. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Now here's Van Vliet. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Back to Sumu. To the middle. Here's Olajuwon. Chicago grabs the miss. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Here's Shepard. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. Pass to Olajuwon. Sumu outside. And a deep 3 from Van Vliet. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Buzelis. It's rebounded by Olajuwon.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
White against Van Vliet. And that's a foul. Called on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul of the game. For Chicago, Smith comes in for Buzelis, and Williams is subbed in for Huerter.
Patrick Williams.
And Smith over to help. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Olajuwon. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 6. Outside, Williams. Giddey finds Smith. Chicago passing it around. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
Houston leading by 4. Now Van Vliet. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Robinson. DeSumo outside. And here's Van Vliet. Clock at 6. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Shepard.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Collins against Robinson. Collins a screen. This one for 3. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
There's a minute 12 left in the first quarter. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Shepard. The 3. Smith with the rebound.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Smith with a screen on Van Vliet. From 8 feet away, and it's White getting it to go. Now just a 1-point Houston lead.
Just a nice decision by White, taking it himself off the screen.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Olajuwon. And here's Shepard for 3. Counted from distance. And Houston leads by 4.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Smith with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Giddey. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds now. DeSumo with it. No points so far. Pass to Shepard. Fires the 3. Here's Olajuwon. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 6-point Houston lead.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so it's Houston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
They started this one on a mission to own their offensive rebounds, outworking the defense to win back the ball and get second chance shots.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. James is out there with Trey Jones. And it's Smith in at the 5, roaming the paint.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And here's Jones. Pass to Williams. Smith with a screen on Olynyk. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Personal foul.
Queen, he's checked in for James. Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night.
Patrick Williams. One shot.
The free throw drops for Williams. And Legs is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all defense. Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
I'll look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. Second, Houston.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
And he makes the first. Phillips is checked in for Chicago. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now here's Van Vliet. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Alexander Walker, the pass to Van Vliet. Back to Alexander Walker. Over Okoro. Smith with the rebound. The Bulls trail by 3. Jones feels it out. Williams on the wing. Back to Jones. The Bulls need to get off a shot. The 3 from Okoro. It's hauled in by Houston. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home, and that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. 2 points. That one goes.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
And so here is Chicago after the basket by Houston. Fires it. Williams misses.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Jones after Houston's three-pointer on the other end. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Pass to DeSumo. Right side, Olynyk. Oh, deflected. Outside, Alexander Walker. Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Olynyk. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Now here's Williams. He's got 5. Okoro passes to Jones. Williams from long range. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Williams has got 8 points here in the quarter. Now Van Vliet. Still without a bucket. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. For Chicago, Luz Ellis is checked in for Williams. Herder comes in for Phillips. And it's Kobe White in for Okoro.
And the big X factor Van Vliet brings to the team is leadership. He's very talented at setting a good tone out on the floor and organizing his guys.
Now here's Jones. White for 3. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to DeSumo. Over Buzelis. Olynyk. Outside, Alexander Walker. And here's DeSumo, covered by Smith. Here's Olynyk. Houston with another miss.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Well, he's bounced around some legs, but Kelly Olynyk remains a valued finesse big man.
And that's because he brings things that this league values. Floor spacing, great decision-making, and the kind of high IQ play that keeps an offense humming.
Not to mention the great hair.
They're really working the paint now.
Inside. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. White can really get up. I mean, he enjoys showcasing his athleticism.
Timeout call. Houston. The Bulls making a switch here. Collins checked in. And Houston has possession. Here's Murray. He's got 5. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Murray. Lets the 3 fly. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And stolen by Murray. Blocked.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
And that one drops for him.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Now here's White. Outside Jones. From the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. Olajuwon's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Marshall. Here's Olajuwon. Collins defending. 6 on the shot clock. Crosses over. They kick it out to Murray. Knocks it down from distance. Murray's got 8.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Now here's White. Chicago passing it around. Herder gets the bucket.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Murray. Give him 8. Pass to Alexander Walker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Bulls trail by 12. To the paint. Here's Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Here's Alexander Walker. Chicago making their last shot. Back to Murray. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Herder. Chicago has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter.
They're putting it on the deck. Wow. Buzelis is just dangerous on the move.
And it's Murray with the ball for Houston. They're leading by 8. Pass to Olajuwon. Over Collins. Houston with another miss. The Bulls have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. It's hauled in by Houston. Alexander Walker's got 4 rebounds in the game. Murray with it. Now Herder defending. Here's Olajuwon. Down low. Marshall. No good again that time.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Herder gets the bucket.
If he gets that kind of space on the perimeter, you know it's going in.
Outside Murray. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Olajuwon. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Jones. Collins outside. Pass to Herder. Fires from 14. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Alexander Walker's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Marshall passes to Olajuwon. And here's Murray from outside the arc. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his 2nd in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
Murray against Giddey. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by Houston. Pass to Alexander Walker. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Houston lead.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Giddey passes to White. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Pass to Olajuwon. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside White. Now here's Collins. From deep, Giddey sinks the tray. Giddey's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Beautiful execution, getting it away quickly. Giddey just wasting no time.
Marshall outside. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Alexander Walker. Now Marshall lets it go from deep. Uzelis grabs the board. Herder up top. And here's Collins. Chicago passing it around. Here's Murray. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And so here is Chicago. It's a 13-point game. After this game, they can look forward to Boston, where they will match up against the Celtics. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Collins with a screen on Murray. Here's Giddey. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Murray passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Olajuwon. Collins defending. Got it off in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. Back to the game after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for Houston.
The key stat here is rebounding. They're way ahead in that category. They've been the far more physical team, Shaq.
Elbow sandwiches with some extra mayo on the side. Yum, yum.
And now, and I know it's still early in the season, but let's take a moment to talk about the conference standings in the West.
Well, I think for Houston, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings. Some people thought they might be an elite team, and we haven't seen that at all. But the good news is there's still plenty of room and time to turn it around.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. Houston leading by 11. Murray out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Olajuwon in at the center position, locking down the middle. Here's Olajuwon. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good off the glass. Olajuwon's got 18 points in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And for Chicago, Giddey is the one with White by his side at the 2. Zach Collins out there with Buzelis. And it's Herder in at the 3 spot.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Murray against Giddey. Pass to Olajuwon. Now here's Murray. Houston needs to get off a shot. Marshall with the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Now here's White. He has 7. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Olajuwon's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Murray. Pass to Olynyk. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And for someone listed at 6'4", DeJounte Murray is an excellent rebounder, Tim.
Well, he sure is. He's got long arms and he's very athletic. His work on the glass, one of the many ways that he can impact winning, and he's always a threat to take it end to end. And that brings him to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Collins. No good. A bit long that time. Bulls trail by 10. Outside Herder. There's the triple. Another 3 for Chicago.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Now, he has quickly piled up the points by stringing those 3s together.
That's the way. Now here's Alexander Walker. Giddey defends. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Wow, Murray really taking off right there, playing over the top of the defense.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. In third, Chicago.
And when you look at the numbers from a year ago, they were dominant on the glass. It's a big part of their identity.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 9. Three-pointer, Buzelis. They get it back. Goes back up. Ooh, and a nice layup by Giddey. Giddey's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, heads-up play by Giddey, finding that rebound.
Murray scanning the floor. To the inside, just 5 to shoot. The kick to Olynyk for 3. Outside, Alexander Walker. Marshall on the wing. Here's Olajuwon. That one no good. Collins with the defensive effort. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Buzelis' shot is good.
Well, you can see it. Buzelis is very comfortable operating in the mid-range.
Pass to Olajuwon. Outside, Alexander Walker. Murray passes to Olajuwon. Marshall outside. Beyond the arc. The putback. Houston working the ball around. Another shot. Stolen by Collins. Pass to Herder. Three-pointer. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Out to the right wing. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's Olajuwon. And he banks in the layup. Olajuwon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Marshall on the wing. Pass to Olajuwon. Back to Marshall. Murray against Giddey. Murray passes to Olajuwon. And he dunks it down.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
Houston making some changes. Cornette's checked in for Olynyk. Dosunmu comes in for Marshall. And Hawkins subbed in for Alexander Walker. Now here's Giddey. He has 7. Outside White. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. It's very unfortunate. And the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Jones, he's checked in for Chicago. Pass to Collins. Outside Giddey. Jones finds Giddey. Lets it go from 11. No good.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Murray. It's blocked. And they get it back. On the wing, Murray. Here's Olajuwon. Collins comes with a double. Pass to Cornette. And stolen by Herder. Here's Buzelis. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Buzelis has got 12 points in the game. Murray with it. 15 points in the game. Here's Olajuwon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Murray. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Yeah, Murray getting it done down low. You've got to give him a lot of credit for his assertiveness.
Collins outside. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by Houston. Olajuwon's Houston leading by 4. The teardrop. They get it back. Pass to Hawkins. Right side Murray. Inside. Here's Olajuwon. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists tonight. Chicago has got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the 3rd quarter. Back to Jones. Outside Giddey. Outside Herder. Shoots over to Sumu. Herder can't hit.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Yeah, no question about it. It feels like every missed shot is ending up in his hands. Unreal.
Bulls trail by 6. Pass to Collins. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Cornette. Houston is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Right wing. Outside Murray. Cornette passes to DeSumo. Here's Hawkins. The 3.
Houston. Hakeem Olajuwon.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
Yeah, physically they are being overwhelmed in the paint right now. That can be hard to fix because it's a personnel issue.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Houston. Van Vliet comes in for DeJounte Murray. Then for Chicago, Smith, he's checked in for Collins. Williams comes in for Buzelis. And Okoro is subbed in for Herter. Jones, the pass to Giddey. Smith left side. Robinson with the block. Hawkins, the pass to Cornette. Count that bucket. Cornette's got his first points of the night.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Here's Jones into the lane. Soft touch off the glass.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Van Vliet, the pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
Bulls trail by 8. Outside Giddey. 1:51 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Jones against Van Vliet. Jones, the pass to Okoro. Three-pointer off the mark.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
And here's Van Vliet. DeSumo outside. Wide open look. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And now it's a 10-point Houston lead. Up top, Giddey. He's covered by DeSumo. Chicago passing it around. On the wing, Jones. Guarded by Van Vliet. Williams, a screen on Van Vliet. Outside, Williams. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
The free throw drops for Williams. The Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. He does not get the second one. And he nails the third. And Houston has possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Van Vliet against Jones. And the basket by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Van Vliet against Jones. Over Van Vliet. Jones misses.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. The swim move for 3. Smith with the rebound. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Chicago. It's a 10-point game. Smith with a screen on Van Vliet. Jones, the pass to Smith. No good with a layup. And so it's Houston earning this break in the action, up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Luke Cornett out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Hawkins in at the shooting guard position. White, the pass to Smith. Good work defensively by Robinson. Houston leading by 10. And the basket by VanVleet.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, the Bulls shooting pretty well at 45%. Outside White. Back to Jones. Pass to Williams. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And it's good for two.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Outside White. Pass to Williams. And the foul on Luke Cornett. Side out. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
VanVleet against Jones. Here's Smith. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
VanVleet against Jones. Pass to Hawkins. Right side Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Off the left rim and out.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
The three, Smith. Oh, Robinson with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Jones against VanVleet. The floater. An open look for Smith. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 7 assists in the game. Now here's VanVleet. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Clock at 6. Hawkins, the pass to Cornett. Over Williams. Cornett with the bucket. And Houston leads by 9.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Here's White. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
Collins, he's checked in for Okoro.
And when you look at Kobe White's career numbers, he scored 15 as a rookie. I mean, he's always been a factor offensively.
Now here's VanVleet. Pass to Hawkins. VanVleet on the wing, defended by Jones. The floater, and it's Chicago with a board. Outside, Williams. Collins right side. And here's White. And that one good. White's got 10 points here in the second half.
No, I love the resilience. After struggling in the first half, he has turned it on.
Pass to Dosunmu from downtown. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll be facing Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And you know, for that matchup with the Bucks, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling in the full swing of things by then.
Shepard, he's checked in for Houston. And here's Collins for 3. The rebound by Shepard.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror. And what I love about his performance tonight, he started slow, but he refocused at halftime, and he has really picked it up.
And so here is Chicago after the basket by Houston. Jones against Van Vliet. Pass to Collins. 4-3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. Here's Cornette. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Houston lead.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Jones with the ball. Van Vliet covering. Jones, the pass to White. Back to Jones. Kicks it out to Collins. Collins with another miss.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Van Vliet, the pass to DeSumo. Stolen by Collins. Pass to White. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, I think White was using his quickness there, and the defense just wasn't ready for him.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break.
He's off on the first. So both teams making some changes here. He hits the second from the line.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Outside Murray. Back to Van Vliet. Houston working the ball around. Offline with a 3. The Bulls trail by 7. The open shot by Herter. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. To the paint. And Olynyk the bucket on the assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Now here's White. Collins a screen. Outside White. Left side Herter. To the left wing. Here's Collins. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Yeah, that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Down low. Shot's good by Olajuwon. And it's an 11-point Houston lead.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair.
Yeah, a strong.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still.
The previous play is under review.
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Over the break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Allie, thank you.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Olajuwon passes to Murray. Yes, it's good. 19 points for DeJounte Murray.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Offensive rebound from Pete Giddey. Pass to White. Collins with a screen on Murray. Three-pointer, Buzelis. It's hauled in by Houston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Now Van Vliet. Here's Olajuwon. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Olajuwon's got 4 points now in the quarter. Bulls trail by 13. Outside White. Pass to Collins. Now here's Giddey. Outside White. 4 on the clock. Here's Collins. And again, Chicago, no good.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Van Vliet, the pass to Murray. Here's Olajuwon. Collins defending. Olajuwon can't get it to go. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 13. Murray against White. Pass to Buzelis. They get back on track. That misses.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, it's simple math. You've got to limit teams to one shot on your defensive end and then give yourself extra possessions when you have the ball.
Bucket! In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
A 15-point game. Now Collins. Banks it home. Big shot.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Outside Murray. Here's Olajuwon. Collins defending. Just 5 on the clock. From 13 feet. Herder rips down the board.
Looks like he might have been guiding that one a little bit.
Wide open. Oh, he dropped in a sweet J.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Here's Olajuwon. Oh, it misses. He gets the first, and that brings him within 10. And both free throws good for Collins. Here's Van Vliet. A minute 31 left in the fourth. Marshall outside. Cleared away by White. Bulls trail by 9. He launches. Olynyk there for the rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Outside Murray. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Not that time. Outside White. Giddey outside. Herder outside. Here's Collins. Yes! Using that window. Murray with it. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Here's Olajuwon. And again, another missed shot. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. They trail by 7. So it's Houston winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that'll do it, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now, our player of the game.